If you're serious, listen. I'm gonna say if y'all motherfuckers are serious, you can talk to her. If you're not, stay away.
Honestly, at this point, as long as you have a job, a car.
Damn.
Do you have any kids?
I think, not that I know of, but I think future. I think future. I think future got to us. Like I seen a tweet one time, and it said, "What Beyonce is to females is what Future is to men."
Wow.
And it's like I was like, "Whoa, that is so true. That is so true."
That's not a good example.
I know, but that's the reality of it. Like
a
lot of men look up to him and like, "Yo,
yeah, I want that lifestyle."
You know, yeah.
You know what?
At one point, I wanted like a bunch of baby mamas myself.
You changed?
She's looking at me like, "What?" No, I wanted like a sister house.
Sister wife.
Sister house,
Wife,
spice, whatever.
Yeah,
it's
polygamy.
called.
You wanted polygamy.
He wanted it in every continent.
That we talked about this on the episode. My whole thing was like I wanted to have children with different beautiful women from different backgrounds and like different continents and like ethnicities. I know. I was a you. Nah, this is not.
Okay, this is not you now.
This was a
It's
couple
like a year.
episodes.
It's like it was like a year. Like
I
maybe.
never said I still want that. I said it's just
2 months ago.
It's just.
He said the other episode.
It's
Last week? Is there anything
No.
last week? Last week?
No,
yo.
It was what I said on the episode.
That's crazy.
What I said in the episode is that I wanted that, right? But
It was like 2 weeks ago.
when I was saying that on the episode,
Yeah.
it was like my younger self wanted that really bad, yeah, and that's why I carried that. And then
Younger self a couple weeks ago.
and then at a point, shut up. And then at a point, I was like, "Can I?" And I started having a conversation with my mom about that.
Yeah.
And mom was like, "You're stupid.
Yeah.
Like, it
Please
just
get out my
doesn't-
face.
Like, it just doesn't work. Like,
Yeah.
like you think it's that easy. You think,
Yeah.
it's like,
You gotta please
snap.
everybody.
Yeah, you think it's just snapping a finger. Like,
Yep.
she's like, first of all, you should love yourself and then figure out how to love another person. Then you can talk about
Polygamy.
multiple-
Shout out to Annie's mom.
Then you can figure out about
Great,
multiple-
great gems.
Yeah.
Great gems
She like,
dropped.
Great
You
advice.
need to love you, then
Before-
figure out
yes.
how to actually have
Exactly.
a person in your life that you trust and love. I feel like, we've all been there. We've all just like had a bad situation or a relationship
Yeah.
that got us to a place where we're like,
Jaded, yeah.
I don't know. I'm jaded. I give up on love, or I'm
Yeah.
a hopeless romantic, whatever. I
Yeah.
just found out what hopeless romantic is recently. Like, why are you
Say that shit.
categorizing yourself hopeless romantic? Throw that shit out the window. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yep.
Love yourself, and you'll see. You'll
Yes.
see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Don't give up on love.
But you never know. I might have a couple baby mamas once
Wow.
or twice.
Wow.
I don't know.
Please.
I'm just talking. I'm just talking, talking a lot of shit right now, guys. You should know this by now.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
Um,
Let's do the final question.
I'm
Yes.
a lover man. What's the final question?
Ben.
I'm gonna let you.
You got
Oh,
the final
Ben got a question, right?
Would you rather have a $20 million penthouse condo in a major city like Toronto or like New York City, or like a small house on a lake with big property?
Big property, for sure. Yeah, water. I can't swim, but
You can't swim.
no, definitely not.
Really?
Black girl that can't swim. I'm from the Caribbean, too.
What you mean? You should
I-
swim, fam. You're
no.
from Caribbean.
No, I can't
I know
swim.
Caribbean girls.
We on the shallow end if we want to talk to you.
I've talked to some Caribbean girls.
No, I
and
know.
they can
But
swim.
listen, because when I was younger, my hair could not fit in like the swim caps.
Okay. Yeah.
And like I used to always have to wash my hair. I'm just like, "F this shit," and I'm always swallowing the water. Like it's like I thought I was fucking drowning. And
He
fucking,
said I was on the water.
bam, like I didn't get it. I didn't pick it up. Yeah, I didn't pick it up. So I was like, fuck that shit.
We gotta change
I'm off
that,
this.
bro.
I was gonna do adult swimming lessons this
You
summer,
have
but
to.
don't know if I
You
have the
tell
time.
me. You're telling me
I
when
know.
you go back home, you're not dipping yourself in that.
no, I just look cute and I'm not
Oh.
like pants myself on the beach, take some pictures.
The water
Peace
is so
out.
beautiful.
I know, but yeah, no,
just
I would.
saw you there. And I'm like, oh, this girl is dipping herself in the water, loving life.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a cap. So it's definitely
just wearing-
yeah. I was just wearing a nice bikini and taking pictures. But I
Yeah.
did put my foot in the water and then the waves started to come real high. So I was like, "Ooh,
And then you're like, oh, I'm
I'm
stepping
out.
out. I'm out.
I'm out. The hoop queen gotta go back safely." So, but yeah, no, I definitely want property on a lake. Like, you know, I would want neighbors, but just like far away.
I don't want neighbors.
Really?
Leave me the fuck alone.
I want some acres for sure.
I want a house on lake. I think that's like
The goal.
my boy was just telling me that.
Who, Dylan?
He's like, bro, no.
Dylan, by the way, see me. You gotta talk.
Yo,
You got,
Dantes.
you got franchises and shit.
Young Dantes.
For real.
Holla at your girl. I'll tell him. I'll holla at you. Actually, whenever you're free, let's set up a day where you're free where we can go check him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprise him.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
Definitely a house in the lake though.
I'm gonna go Penthouse.
My friend was telling me, he's like, you love seafood way too much. You're definitely gonna live on the water.
I think just like property value too. Like I feel like condos and stuff are not really like.
But it's a $20 million penthouse.
I know, but then it's like you're gonna live in there forever. Like, do you have? Are you gonna planning on kids?
That wasn't part of the question.
Oh right, you're right.
So okay, now she has a
Is it gonna be like a rental property? Like, is it gonna be like?
Yeah. What are you doing? With
Like,
that?
what are you gonna do with it?
You can ask.
I
her
could
that.
do whatever the fuck I want.
I know, but like.
But she's asking you, are
Yeah.
you gonna have
Oh.
kids?
Well, it's gonna be a city boy summer, so we have to have
Oh,
a
wow.
penthouse.
Okay.
This guy is so
Wow.
stupid.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
He
Yeah.
said it's a city boy summer, bro. City
Yeah.
boys.
City boys.
Are city boys on top or?
City
or
girls
no?
is always winning. Come on. I mean, I'm not a city girl, but I know some affiliates.
Affiliated with them.
Yeah.
All right, I see them. They up here.
I know them. I know a few. But
Yeah?
no, City Boys is definitely. Come on, they're losing. But yeah,
I don't know. I'm not gonna comment on that.
are you a City Boy?
No, not at all.
You're a lover boy.
I'm a lover man.
Certified
Yeah, I'm a
lover
lover man.
boy.
Yeah, I'm super lover.
Yeah.
I actually got raised, like, I shouldn't say that. That's not nice. But no, like, I don't know. My mom always told me never heard a woman like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, my mom taught me when I was young
that's good.
to never do that. So I kind of just followed that.
Yeah.
Also, where I came from, like, we never had that. Like, when I first came here, I was like, yo, you're not nice to women?
Yeah.
That's how you get women, by not being nice to them? It was
for
the
real.
weirdest thing at first. And now
You've-
they're seeing that you got to be nice to women a
Yeah.
little bit.
Or you haven't adapted to the culture.
No. I've adapted.
You're a little bit of an
I'm
asshole.
more-
Plus,
I'm-
you're
I'm
nice
more-
too.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just
A little bit of both.
It's shaky right now. It's just shaky. We're all over the place. We're going for women that we should not be going for.
Love
But,
that. High
you know,
caliber.
Yeah. Some
you gotta go
might
for
have kids, some might not. But
Have your
we won't go too much into that. We won't go too much into
Ignorance is bliss.
that. Shout out all of you mamas that were not my mama, but
wow.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not my mama. Don't kill me.
Yo, Tourani's different.
Yo,
Tourani's super
I'm
good.
here.
So
I
yo,
still-
I
I
wanna.
still want to know who the hell that girl that you're talking about. She saw
Yo,
me.
don't worry about that. So listen.
No, I
Yes.
want to know. Who the
Yo,
hell
since
that
we're
is.
speaking about this, I
Yes.
wanted to know, like, you're pretty big on financial literacy. I know.
Yes.
Yo,
Yes.
shout out what you're doing on the
Blah, blah,
basketball
blah.
end.
Thank you,
I know
thank
that's
you,
super
thank you.
successful, but
Yes.
this is buzzing,
Yes.
and I really need you to give a 1-2 game on the pod.
Yes.
when it comes
for
to financial
sure,
literacy.
for
Drop,
sure.
drop some gems on
So,
us, girl.
I went to school for business finance, like I said, was in accounting. Thought that was too hard, so I went to finance, and I just learned about how to get money and like how like loans work, debt works, like equity, all that other stuff. And I was like, damn, man, it's so easy. It's like literally just have to, if you know how to read,
We're
you
just
can-
not
It's
taught.
laziness.
Yeah.
It's laziness, and even with grants.
But do you
and
think we
shit-
taught that? Like they don't teach us that in school.
No, they
Not
they
high
don't.
School.
But
They
you're
don't.
saying the information is
It's
available.
there.
It's just
there.
people.
It's
Okay.
there. It's just
Okay.
like
But you know what? Speaking to what he's saying, I agree with him because I think
Mhm.
it's stupid.
mhm.
I don't like that the information is there, but you're wasting people's time.
Yeah.
6 hours a day. They're going to
But-
school 8 months. Like, tell them during that fucking time.
You're
But listen,
teaching
if
me
you
X plus
if you
Y
think
equals
about it
Z.
on the back end, right? So the people who are, let's say, employees, right? They're teaching you how to be an employee.
Oh.
So like a university,
Bars.
university. Like they want you to stay in school. They want you to keep doing like more school.
It's a business.
Like, it's a business, right? So it's like okay, yeah, we have this information here, but if we're gonna teach everyone how to be a millionaire or how to be an entrepreneur,
we won't have any.
we won't
But
have
I
any
feel
people
like-
who, and that's we're getting into
I feel
that
like
stage.
there's lazy people that would still be like.
No,
you
we're
know?
getting to that stage where it's like everyone has access to like how to make a quick buck now, and nobody wants to work
True.
a 9 to
True.
5. Nobody
True.
wants to work a minimum
A
wage
lot of
job.
jobs are gonna be gone too. With
Yeah.
like AI and
Like
all
I went to a restaurant the other day. Actually, I blasted them on my Instagram, and then
They weren't good.
They weren't good. It was horrible service.
You want to talk shit?
No. I don't want to do that. I already did enough damage. that,
Pierre's already mad.
I know, right?
Oh, that's hilarious.
So yeah, so then somebody came to me and like say, hey, like I actually know the owner, like personally, whatever. I was like, oh, fuck. So she was like, they can't find people who want to work
Oh, wow.
minimum wage.
Or just as servers? Or?
Yeah,
Wow.
because it's like these young kids just like they have access to TikTok and like how to make a quick buck, so they don't want to be working for $15 an hour.
Yeah.
So it's like people, you know, we were excited to like work for
What?
like
My first job, I was so happy.
Yeah,
I was
so-
at no frills.
Yeah, exactly. I was at Boston Pizza, so
I was
the
at
one
Loblaws.
by
Markman
No
14th.
way.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So like a lot of kids nowadays, like they just have it's just access, right? Like now.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, and for me, it's like I started my what is it called? Finance, because I haven't even posted in so long. It's crazy. But I started the pandemic with I bought an iPad. I knew how to draw a little bit. I wanted to go to school for graphic design, but then business took over. So I put the graphics together, and then I dropped some gems in terms of like information about credit and like how to save, budgeting, and things like that.
Yeah.
And then people were like, this is so easy to read. Like that was literally it. It was just like, it was shit that I was taking off of Google or shit that I already knew that I'm
Wow,
like
you just put it in simpler
in a
way.
simpler form,
Yeah,
simpler
wow.
format. And then I added some images, right? So if you're reading a textbook, no one's going to want
Wow.
to read a textbook every day. Like
No.
about finance.
Yeah, and the
and
way they
credit
word
and
it
shit.
is like, you
It's
gotta
like
decipher it.
Jargon, like you don't, and then it's like if
I'm
you
not trying to Google the word every
Exactly.
5 minutes.
exactly, and even
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? I'm an
even,
immigrant, fam. I'm an ESL student. Stop playing with me.
even
Not doing
fucking
this.
Serb, yo, like
Yeah.
that Serb. I want to show you guys like the insights, like the Serb insight that I had. So basically, I was doing accounting at the time, and I was doing it for like lawyers or whatever, right? So I knew about like how lawyers, man, they make the bucks. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so I was like, okay, there's all these like loans and grants and like things that are coming out from the government, and I'm gonna teach people that this is free money, but it's not free money; it's taxable. Right, so it's like you get this CERB money, but you have to save that. I think they give you like $1,200, but you have to save that $200 so that when tax
You
time
have that
comes,
1,200 ready.
the $200 to pay back because it's income. It's,
200.
yeah, right. So it's like
yeah.
it's taxable income. So it's like that means like it's part of your income. Like so you have to pay taxes on it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people thought I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting
Free
CERB,
money.
I'm getting CERB, but then
Yeah.
it's like 2 years later they're at your door like, hey, what's up, and interest.
Hey, what's up? And interest.
Like you know.
Yeah, that's
so,
wild.
So yeah, I was dropping gems on Instagram, and honestly, like I haven't updated in a long time. But there's like
We're
it's
gonna put her page,
Yes.
guys, so you can follow
right
it.
here,
Yeah.
up here.
We'll put it somewhere. It'll pop out.
But yeah, no, like it's just it's information that people are just very very lazy, and you know the times where everything is just at a click of a button, people don't really want to like open up a Google PDF to read about certain things.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure, like I haven't really dabbled into crypto because like there's just so much information,
Yeah.
and there's just nothing that's like easily accessible that I can like, okay, let me sign up for this. All right, cool. Let me do this. So, yeah.
Is that next on your list?
Yeah, for sure. I have some investments. My portfolio's starting to build. It's not like crazy, because I don't have a lot of money like that. But you know, I'm building. I'm building it. And honestly, like with Hoop Queens, like I really want to show. A lot of people think that like even with the nonprofit, like you can't make money. You can. Like nonprofits make money like a lot of the time.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Like grants, sponsorships.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
see a lot of money, man. See a lot of money. Can't lie.
And the thing is, a lot of people think, oh, like how can a nonprofit be making money? It's like no, they're just
Yeah.
paying employees off, and they're paying
Right.
people that are working
Yeah.
to
It's
provide
just
that service.
yeah. It's literally and also
And you're paying
like
the athletes.
yeah, so paying the athletes, like paying independent contractors and things. There's ways around how to do things, and like whether you're running a for-profit, non-profit, like man, there's a lot of fucking game out here that people don't know. It's like
You want to tell us the difference between that?
a non-profit and a for-profit.
Yeah.
So obviously
Real quick.
for-profit is like, you know, you're making profit.
Mhm.
Non-profit, you can make profit, but like so year one, let's say you make 5,000 in your nonprofit, and things are going back into the business. As a business person, you put your money back into the business. But let's say your year end line is 5,000. In year two, it could be 7,000, as long as it's not like 30,000. Like you made $5,000 in the first year. Second year you're making 30,000. That's the government's gonna look at you like, what's going on here?
What are you doing?
So it's just making sure that your expenses and your income
They all match up.
they're kind of like balanced. Like you're not spending too much, but you're also not like making too much. So it's like it's a balance.
Right.
And the things that you're spending it on are like for a reason, like the things that you have. But yeah, there's so much
So
to get into.
tell me, like, when it comes to the athletes,
Yes.
do you find that they struggle after
yeah.
to
For
get
sure.
in business or be entrepreneurs?
For sure. I think even as athletes, like when we're so focused on fucking being so good and being the best athlete, we're focused on that.
Nowadays,
Yeah.
still athletes have that?
Yes, I think it's now that we have more access to information, it's a lot better. But like after playing 4 years of university and like not, let's say, making it to the league,
It's very consuming. It's hard to have the
Right.
brain
like
energy or the time
to think
like,
about after post secondary.
'Cause you're already
Like
doing so much with
yeah,
that.
you're like your time is literally, how do I play like at my best for the next game? It's not fucking how do I be an investor for like the next 5 years.
100%.
So
You're not thinking about portfolio or anything.
exactly.
You're just thinking
So
about how can I be the hooper?
exactly. So every time someone graduates, it's like, okay, I'm done being a hooper now. Who the fuck am I? Like,
Right.
then what am I gonna do? Am I gonna be a normal person, 9 to 5? Okay, and do I just go to runs? Like it's a very hard transition into like regular life without having a plan. So nowadays I feel like a lot of people are trying to prepare athletes better to have that post-secondary life and still be in the game, whether it's if you still want to be around the game, invest in the game, or just like say you love ball, watch ball, but then you can still be a business person.
Is that something that you want to kind of do with your financial
Yes, for
company
sure.
as well? Like teach these athletes or
Yeah, so I
teach
have
like young college girls like, hey,
yeah,
this
manage your
is-
money, like,
like-
whether you get $50 or $20, like manage that shit,
Yeah.
like and
people don't realize that managing money is more important than like
it's discipline.
it's a lot, because everybody thinks like, oh, if I get a good paying job, I'll be okay.
Yeah, man.
But it's like if you
No,
get
it's
a
what you
good paying
keep.
It's your
if you
expenses.
get good paying job but you're spending all the money,
yeah, it's
then
you're living
like,
paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
And what I teach the athletes, because honestly, like I had to learn the hard way. I fucking maxed my credit card so many times when I was younger. Now I'm like, okay, this is how when I get money, there's a budget, a rule that I have. It's discipline. Life is all about discipline. Whether it's money, whether it's like sport, anything in life, it's all about discipline and consistency. So with athletes, what my goal is really, yes, of course, love Hoop Queens, basketball stuff, league, but I really want to teach athletes. That's why I'm paying them to manage their money. Like that's the back end of like what I really want to do.
That's hard.
Yeah,
That's
and
so beautiful.
even the job. So I really the end goal is to have like a job agency for athletes. So when they come home from like the summer or when they graduate, they know Hoop Queens is here for you. You can just look job list. Okay, this is what I want to do, and then how can I manage my money? How can I take half of my paycheck, pay my bills, but then also invest and save and set up all those things. So that's what the plan is. Hopefully when I get like $5 million, but
No, it's dope.
$1 million now that I'm like the founder and CEO of Hoop Queens and stuff, and I look at money differently. When I've seen so much money, I'm like, money is different. Like if people see how much money, if people see like the value of money and like actually know the value of money, they won't only like spend a lot of the shit that they have. Like it's like, oh yes, make money always comes, but manage your money well and be disciplined. Money will fucking pile up.
Bars.
I love that. I love that you're giving us some game on this podcast.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Bars.
No, it's dope. I think a lot of people will benefit from that. I think outside of the basketball, outside of any reason they're interested in you, I think anyone can take like 1-2 tips and like really think about like how much am I really keeping and how can I be better at that?
It's important. It's important. And obviously like like people work their 9 to 5s and things like that and like start having a side hustle, like save that money, invest it, like don't think about fucking buying the bottles at fucking the club and like all that think about how you can minimize your expenses.
Buy the new cakes. Buy
Yeah,
the new
bro.
drip.
Like, trust me. Though that shit will come. There's always gonna be a new drop. There's always gonna be another
Facts.
party. Like that shit. When I learned that, I'm spending so much money. Like if you actually look at, I think banks are doing it now. They're actually like
they actually have
like,
calculators and like
showing
you more analytics.
They're
of
doing the bookkeeping for you and like literally saying this is how much you spent in fucking Uber Eats.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is how much you spent in food the past month. So and
you
it's
spend
whether
a lot of money on Uber Eats?
Yeah. I do. Honestly, I do. I literally because
love the honesty.
Honestly. So me and D actually made a pact that we're not gonna be like the month of May. We're not spending like we're cooking every single time. Like whether we starve or not, we're fucking.
How did that work?
Yeah. It's working. It's working.
Okay.
I just got back in the country. That's why. It's been 2 days.
Do you know if she broke it or?
No, she's good. She's been good. She's been good. Yeah. No, but yeah, like Uber Eats, fam, that shit, because it's so convenient. It's like it's so fast, and that's how they get you, convenience. Because people don't have discipline. That's what it is. Life is all about discipline.
You know what? It's crazy because I recently found therapy in cooking and like baking and things like that. I was telling you about that.
Okay.
I think I talked about it on a podcast too.
Yeah.
I was helping my mom with something. I was like, man, and I was stressed about something that was going on at work, and I was like, Mom, let me help you. And then I started helping her,
Take
and
your mind off things.
I forgot about everything that was stressing me out.
Yeah.
And I just was in the moment. I was like, whoa, I think I just found like therapy in that.
Yo, I that when I clean and shit, I feel like
that's there.
Like like Sundays. Even when like I hate washing dishes, honestly. Like I hate like pots and shit, not my thing. Fuck, I'll leave the pot. But therapy, like it takes my mind off of the stuff that I have going on. So like cleaning, making sure like your brain, like if you actually look at your room, it really reflects like what your brain, how you think, the different parts. It's
like I hate my room being messy.
Yeah,
I can't.
Me I can't.
Speaking of mental health and all, what do you do? What are things that you do to kind of keep your mental health strong and like
fighting for my life right now? Okay.
when you have those off days, right? Because we're humans. We all have those off days. Like, what do you have a routine? Do you have
No, listen, everybody thinks that this like life of mine, because obviously like I don't post really like the bad times and things that I'm going through. But just because it's like personal to me, I don't really want to showcase that.
Which is fair.
Yeah, it's just 100%. Like, because there's bad mind people and they will like, oh, they'll feed off of it, So I'm just like, I'm not into that. So when I do go through like the things that I'm like, I get anxiety attacks, like OD anxiety attacks, because I'm just so anxious and stuff. But when that happens, I literally just take time to myself. I like stop. I take off everything. I just not like crazy like my phone and stuff like that. It's just I take off my phone. I take off my lights. I literally just sit there in the dark and just breathe and do breathing exercises. Yeah, that's like, and it seems like a little like simple and crazy, but
it helps a lot.
Yeah, it really helps a lot. And then I honestly like I journal a lot.
Yeah,
go to the gym. Going to the gym, it really honestly it's fucking taxing on your body, but it really like when
you never walk out regretting it.
That's
and the one place you walk out you never regret.
Exactly. And when you work out, you're really mentally pushing yourself. You're literally you could do this. Like you say those things to yourself. So it's like it's like resetting my mental health. Like that really helps me.
I like that.
Yeah.
So I have one question. So I mean, you've been heavily around women's basketball.
Yes.
I feel like there's a lot of things that get underlooked. Some of struggles that women go through. Is there topics that you feel like don't get like talked about enough when it comes to women's basketball?
That's a
and
great
like
question.
What they go through?
Good question.
Very good question.
Yeah. Motherhood. I think motherhood is a topic.
Wow. Talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like obviously it's a thing, and a lot of times people say women have to choose between their career and motherhood or like family life. And with basketball, it's like they don't even talk about it. They don't like it literally get pregnant or like get out the league. Like it's like you're playing in the league, or if you get pregnant you have to get out. Like they kind of like shun you for it, but now I know they're working on like those things, and I know they have like players protections and things like that, so like people don't feel like they can't have babies and build families. So
do you feel like there's a good structure for the women who do have babies? Can they get back into it, or is it just
I think there's
like an ACL tear where it's like you're probably not gonna come back?
honestly, I think now that the game's starting to grow, there's definitely more resources for women to get back, like training and like conditioning and things like that. And I think the leagues that are happening just around the world, I think they're putting more things into like play where like, okay, you can bring your kid to your hotel and like you can travel with the kid. You're obviously the mom, like you got to breastfeed. There's you can bring your kids to interviews and shit like that. So I think they're becoming way more
it's not loving basketball no more.
They're allowing it to integrate more.
Right. So I think it's becoming a lot better than how it is. And honestly, thank God to social media. Like thank the goodness, because if we didn't have our voices on our social media, like it would still be back in the day, you know. So that's
crazy. That's very dope, because I was telling a friend of mine the other day, I'm like, when women have a child, they become gods. Yeah. Like it's just that simple. Yeah. Like, that's my belief. Yeah. A woman is a god when she has a child.
A goddess, yeah.
Yeah, a goddess. But, you know, and that's why they say a woman is a god, or a god is a woman. Yeah. Because of they're creating. They just created this thing in them. Yeah. Right? This living thing, I should say. Not a thing. And it's crazy to see that. That's such a
it's a topic that nobody
talks about. Yeah, actually doesn't. As a male, as a young male, it just totally
it's literally like
overlooked.
Shouldn't, but and I'm not mad at you.
Yeah. No, it's not talked about.
It's not talked about, but it shouldn't even be. It should be something that we think about right away. It's like, yo, a lot of these women, they give birth. And they're
can't
giving
get back
life,
to
but now they can't get back into their
routine. Right. And it's hard.
A lot of women sacrifice not building a family to pursue
because they love basketball.
Because crazy. Of that, and that's how many women nowadays, they don't want to have kids because they want their career to
it's choose.
But every woman wants to have a kid.
Oh yeah, I mean not all, not all women, but most women.
It's a natural human instinct.
Unless unless you swing the other way, which is cool.
Yeah. There's some
that want that,
There's some that for sure want kids that are, but no, like I think that motherhood is a thing where it needs to be talked about more. The resources, there needs to be more resources. There needs to be more accessibility to things that we need. Like there's trainers and how to get back into shape because I still want to be. I'm still the go. Like I still
I can still hoop.
I know a young girl. She's getting back into the game and she's doing really well. And she just had a baby. She's gonna be playing in Hoop Queens too. And there's some young girls that are at university that have kids and they're playing in the league as well. So we have about 3 moms in the league. But they're
shout out to them.
Yeah, man, they're killing it. And
do you know their names?
Yeah, Bree Johnson, Lauren Golding, who's the third one? Oh, we don't know if the third one's gonna be in the league yet, but yeah, man, those two are hooping.
Bree Johnson.
Yeah,
shout out Bree Johnson
and Lauren Golden.
And shout out Lauren Golden. Lauren Golden.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
But honestly, like guys don't think about it because it's like girls can have kids after 35. Don't get me wrong, but it's a lot more risky, right?
Yeah.
So it's
just a health thing.
Then it's
a health fact.
Do I just give up playing ball? Like, do I a lot of women don't? They decide like, okay, I'm not gonna have kids. I'm just gonna.
Bro, imagine at 30. Imagine at 30. 31, 32, I have to decide if I want to have a family or
play ball for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Not just ball, man. It's like a lot of shit. A lot of shit.
Literally a career. You could be like the CEO of a company.
With Hoop Queens, I'm 20. I'm turning 28 this year.
Like she's the CEO of a company.
And
now she has to make a choice.
Literally.
What I do.
Because I'm like, kids, no, for sure. That's my goal. My goal in life, like everyone's like, oh, what about Hoop Queens? My goal in life is just to be a good mom. That's it.
You'll be one of the coolest moms for sure. I can see it.
Thanks.
Yeah, you'd be a cool mom.
But yeah, no, my goal in life is to be a good mom, and I want to make sure that I have everything set up to be a good mom. But it's like, yo, when am I gonna have? I'm 28.
Yeah.
I have I have 7 years. Like, only have fucking 7 years.
Yeah, you better come through, bro.
No, right? You better shoot your shot.
You better shoot your shot right now. You got 7 more years. Get married in 2.
No, for real.
And
but like,
boom.
it's scary because like I'm now thinking about, okay, how do I structure Hoop Queens so that I can start building a company where I don't have to physically be there if I have a kid. So I have to start thinking about those things now, So
it's not easy.
It's not Easy,
Nah,
man.
bro, and we here complaining. You know, some of you men discuss.
That's just one. Imagine multiple. Like
Yes.
people, women don't even have the option of thinking about multiple kids these
Some of
days.
these men discuss.
One
me,
is
bro.
just one
Yeah.
is one is a lot. One
I
is
want,
expensive.
yeah, I want
I
3.
am sick of you, man. Them.
I definitely want 3. So
You want 3?
So I'm gonna look back in a
I
couple
wanted
years and be like,
I wanted
"Ah."
6. I'm not gonna lie, but then I was like, which crazy woman would have 6?
What do you
Children.
mean, bro? One
I
in
think-
every continent, bro.
Yeah,
6
right.
is a
No,
good
we're not-
number.
we're not
I
doing
wanted
that.
I wanted 5 at once.
We're not doing that anymore. Listen, it might happen.
We're not doing it anymore.
Listen, I'll
We'll
tell
see in
you,
a couple weeks.
the
We'll see in a
only-
couple episodes how you
Right?
feel.
Opening with like, Tourani, aka Genghis Khan.
honestly, I mean, if I was to hit the lottery tomorrow and like win a big number, I'm doing it.
So is it money? Is it money that you?
I don't think it's. I don't think for me it's money. I think, but to please everybody,
Yeah.
financially you have to be
Yeah, for sure.
up there.
For
You know what
sure.
I'm saying? Like you can't have $1 million
Yeah.
and think you can do that.
Yeah,
Like you just said, $1 million is like
nothing.
200,000.
it's literally
You
nothing.
know, it's nothing
Yeah.
compared to like the big money.
Yeah,
You need
you need a lot of
good-
money to like.
sustain
to-
a life
yeah,
and
a life,
raise
literally a life.
children.
Yeah,
You know, make sure they have diapers, make sure
Yeah,
the women
man,
are
everything,
happy, that
everything.
the house is paid off.
everything as a
You know?
provider.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's like you would need big money, but
Yeah,
who knows? I don't think that's. I'm not gonna think about that, bro.
yeah.
Stop bringing that to my head, bro. I want one woman.
Yeah.
One woman.
Don't kill me. But yeah, no.
No.
Us women, we have to start thinking about.
Next week,
Well, as women, I think we have to think about a lot of things other than obviously our career. We have to sometimes choose that. But I think life is changing now where a lot of corporate companies are being very receptive of like, okay, hey, I have some flex days. I need to take care of my kid. Like, but now it's like
Yeah.
4 days now instead of 5 days.
and
you
you're
know?
working from home too.
Yeah,
so
like
it's
there's a
lot.
lot of
Yeah,
flexibility. I feel
yeah,
like now. So,
Yeah,
and I feel like COVID. I mean, thank God for COVID, because
I don't know about that.
no, I mean, yes, not thank God, definitely not thank God for COVID because
Yeah.
COVID f***ed up everybody.
But,
But thank God in
for
terms
the
of like,
positive things that came out of it.
yes,
Yeah.
and honestly, like corporate people are like, yeah, we don't have to go into work.
Yeah,
Literally, we were
yeah.
saying this the whole time. We don't
Yeah.
have to go into work to work. You know,
You could be
so
working from home.
yeah, man. I mean that I'm always a positive person when it comes to like those negative situations. Just try to get the positives out the
I love that.
yeah.
The truth is, regardless, I mean, you go back to your younger days, like life was always like this. Life was always
Yes.
hard. It was
Yeah.
just we were younger. We didn't
Yeah.
have much
didn't
pressures.
realize
We
it.
didn't
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
Oh,
we didn't know
yeah.
these things, and I think that's something that you learn a lot in your 20s.
Yes.
Is just like, the pressure, it only gets more. It only gets
Bruh.
more, and it's like it's on you to be present.
Yes.
You
That's
know,
what I'm working
nothing's
on.
actually changed
Yeah.
in terms of the reality of
Yes.
things. It's
Yes.
your perception, it's your
Mhm.
brain.
Yes. Yes.
It's how your brain gives into some of the stress and the pressure. So,
Yes.
especially us as young people, and I hear a lot of the conversation
Mhm.
these days about, like you kind of said, the 1,100,000.
Yeah.
Bro, you don't hear nothing. You're for the streets. What are you hearing, bro?
Bro, shut
You're
the
on the
fuck up, bro.
streets. You're not hearing nothing.
Shut
Get
the
out.
fuck. But
no,
it
that's-
is.
you should- yeah,
it
you should
is-
have some gems here. You should have some gems. Let him drop some gems.
Thank you,
Yes.
thank
Go
you,
ahead.
Dirkio gang.
Shut up, bro. He's a feature artist.
No, but
Not even that good.
I think for us more than any of the previous generations, it's really
Yes.
hard for us to handle the pressures
Yeah,
and
man.
stay present, and
Man.
especially with the technology, there's like a lot of distractions.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like it's a combination of a lot
A
of variables,
shit,
and it's
man.
like we have to be extra smart and
filter.
like use the things around us as tools instead of like
Yes.
things to
Yes.
damage us. For
Yes.
example, we have a hard time staying present
Yes.
because there's social media. We're always on our
Yes.
phones.
Yes.
We don't have as much human
Yes. Yes.
interaction as much
Yeah.
as before.
Yeah.
Right?
You should journal. That's what you should do.
No,
Since you make fun of me for journaling.
No.
You don't know if I journal or not.
You don't.
I'd
You
be in
have
my
these
bed
conversations.
writing
Sometimes,
all the time how I
sometimes,
feel.
sometimes journaling is
How
not
would you
always
know?
pen and
You be
paper. It's
listening.
always you could take
Yeah,
some
you could be
notes
on
in
your
your
phone,
yeah.
on
Honestly,
your
You know what
notes.
he does? He be writing the little Dirks and
lyrics. Yeah, I'd be I'd be
Don't
just
kill me.
I have my Dirkio playlist. I put
Yeah,
on
yeah,
shuffle.
all the way up and stole.
No,
And I
music-
just cry.
music
I cry
music
and
is
drive.
therapy though.
I'm just
Listen, I didn't have a radio on my so I got into accident like a couple of weeks ago, but
kidding. Oh, sorry to hear.
Are
no,
you
no,
okay?
it's all good, guys. Like it's
Well,
all
clearly
good.
she's here.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
But no,
You don't know.
but
I'm glad you're good,
my old car, so I had my first car or whatever, and it doesn't have radio anymore. So
What kind of car
radio,
was it?
It's like a Acura CSX 09.
Is
Like,
that like the?
I sing it like you don't love
I feel
it.
like I've seen you drive that.
for sure. It's like a Honda Civic,
Okay.
but it's like gold. But anyways,
Did G drive that?
D drives a black one, Honda
Okay.
Civic.
Okay. Okay.
But anyways, yeah. So I didn't have a radio in my car, and honestly, I was like, I don't want to spend this money, and I'm about to get a new car, like whatever. And then I took it as a sign because I'm like, okay, I'm now driving to interviews, I'm driving to all these things, and I'm like, I talk to myself. I gotta actually think and hear my thoughts.
Yeah.
So the times that I'm driving to places and things like that, I'm really, really like kind of like talking to myself, self-reflecting, meditating.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yo, it's
We're so
actually,
distracted. We have music,
Yeah,
TV
always,
shows,
yeah.
podcasts.
Yeah, man.
We could do so many things while we're driving. Like just like sit with your thoughts.
Yeah, sit with my thoughts. And I learned to sit with my thoughts throughout the pandemic. And I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, like this is a real thing that I got to start doing more often. Because like you said, we're so distracted. And last year when I built the league in 2022, I was like, all right, just go. Let me get this done. But I was never present. I didn't. Everyone's like, oh my God, congrats. Like, oh my God,
Yeah.
you're doing such a great job. And I didn't feel it. Like, I didn't feel like I was like doing something great. I was just
Wow.
like, all right, guys, like we did it. Let's just get it done. Like, and then after I took a deep sigh, but this year I really worked on like after the like December-ish, I was like, you know what? I went to Trinidad for a month.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? Let me work on being present this year. Like being present, being happy in the moment, and like
Was
actually.
that because of the
That's
energy
dope.
that you got there and like the
Yeah,
lifestyle
like-
there that kind of made you realize
Yeah,
like,
it's
yo,
just simple. Life is
yeah,
simple.
it's
Life
so
is
simple
fucking
there.
simple. Okay.
We be stressing like
Yo, we
hell
make
here.
things very fucking complicated.
Yeah.
Life is so
It's
simple.
North America, that's the American dream.
It's a rat dream. It's a rat.
Yeah.
So it's a rat race here.
Yeah,
That like
yeah.
if
It's true.
life is so simple, and we
Yeah.
don't really take in the fact that, you know, we make life what it is. Like
Wow.
life is worth living. Like it's.
Wow.
I understand that, like,
I just
you know,
saw
we
you
have.
tweet that.
I know it is.
Yeah.
It is because it's
Yeah.
like, holy, like we have so much variables. Yeah, like we have bills to pay, and in reality, you know, there's things that we got to do and take care of. But fam, if you were to die tomorrow, what would people say about you? And what is at your funeral? What are the stories that they will tell about you?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy that you said that, because my uncle just passed away not too long ago.
Sorry to hear.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And you know, he always used to say that, you know, he wasn't successful. He didn't make it, you know, financially he wasn't successful. But being around a bunch of people telling stories about him,
Yeah.
everybody was like, yo, he was one of the happiest guys. He
Bro.
always used to believe in people, love people.
Listen,
And like that made me
listen.
look at it like, bro, that's worth
way more than success.
if you were to have $100 million right now.
Man, listen.
I'm sure like his kids, grandkids would be happy if you had that.
Yeah.
Right? But like his kids are not struggling. They're
Yeah.
they're good. They're doing
Yeah.
good for themselves,
Yeah.
right? So like just to see that, like, yo, this man thought he wasn't, you know, he failed, when in reality he didn't
Yeah, man.
fail. He
Yeah.
actually did what he was supposed to be, just be a genuine human being.
Yeah, people
and
learned that
real.
from him.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure that energy was passed down.
100%.
You know?
100%. I love it. That guy used to tell me, yo, come smoke weed in my garage just so I don't get caught
Yeah.
by like police officers.
Oh wow.
I love that.
And
Love
and
that.
like
That's
at
dope.
that time, none of my family members really knew I smoked.
Yeah.
Maybe my mom.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, yeah, just smoke in my garage rather than you outside.
Wow. That's crazy. You know,
Yeah.
this past vacation, every time I go to Trinidad, I like have like a life awakening, self-awareness, refreshment moment.
Because
And
it's different.
It's just simple because it
Yeah.
reminds me how like, yo, life is simple, man. You could just, I mean, other than the drinking rum every day, life is simple. You know, you
on ice too, or
Yeah,
you,
man,
you
just like-
chasing that? You're not.
no,
chasing
on
that.
ice, bro.
Shit
That's
on ice,
only
yeah.
in the islands though.
Yeah,
Not here. Here I have
you
to
can't
chase
do
for
it
sure.
here.
But like this trip really taught me like the story is already written. Like you just gotta read between the lines.
Wow.
Like that's it.
Bars.
Just read between the lines. Like yo, your story is you can't you could control the controllables and just don't worry about the things that you can't control. Like it's already written, bro. Just live in it, be present, and read between the lines.
Yeah. That's honestly, no cap, like that's actually like ball.
Yeah.
I love this podcast cuz like this is one of the few things I do that like I really feel present in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
No,
love
not
me, that's
you.
why.
I'm not. No, like
love me.
everyone. I do love you, but
Oh, That's the first time you said I love you on the podcast.
I love that. We're getting
You
emotional intelligence.
You always
here.
picking on me and like calling me Tweety and like TMZ and shit.
This guy
bro.
pisses me off.
And
But yeah,
now you love me, Ben. You heard that?
Listen,
Ben,
let him
I hope
pour
you
out.
caught that.
Let him pour
Sorry.
out. Let him pour
I'm
out.
just, I got excited.
Come on, I
You
love
said
this
I
for
love
you. I love this for you.
And so like, after she's recognizing the moments, but I love
See, I
that.
love you all the
Fuck off. I think that it's like it's one of those things where like when we connect with each other and we're here to get like super busy, everyone's living in their own chaos, right? And we could come here and like shout out Shot by Ben and like this is like special, like just the 2 hours that spent here, like we will always remember this, we will always be connected by this, and it's just that bond. Same way basketball, like you get lost, people love playing basketball so that they don't worry about the gangs and the violences and the troubles and the financial troubles and everything. Like they could just for half an hour, 1 hour, an hour and a half of their day, they could just play ball. Same thing here. I'm a totally different person. I'm the most myself when I'm here. I love that. No, I love that. And
it's like therapy. Yeah, it's like therapy to you, and for sure. I love that.
And I know it's like that for you too.
You don't got the coyotes in Stouffville howling at you, right?
I'm scared of those.
No, honestly, everybody has their own, like you said, chaos is going on, bro. Like everybody, you don't know.
The world is chaos.
Listen, everybody is going through something. You don't know what people are going through.
Everybody,
and just making sure that you make someone smile or like just be a genuine like person could help so much. Like it would just make the world a better place if you are just so kind to somebody. Sometimes there's days where you can't give your energy and your energy's low,
which
but
is
like
okay.
But yeah, that's okay.
Recharge.
But exactly. But also just be cool. Just be kind to somebody, and maybe they're having a bad day because maybe something else happened. But just smile. It's like that, simple things like that. And I'm so grateful and appreciative for, and that's why I'm just so humble, because I'm just like, bro, there's so many people that are going through things that, man, I don't care. Like, I love the accolades, love it, appreciate it, but the impact is the most important and touches my heart.
Yes, which is what I told you.
Yeah.
I told you, you come from a humble household, but you have to recognize what you're doing. I want to go back to giving you your flowers again.
Thank you.
What you're doing, you said you started something very small, but it's like the small things usually lead to the biggest impact.
Yeah, man.
Right? And that's where you're headed to.
Yep.
And that's beautiful, because you're going to leave an impact. You're going to leave a legacy where, women can get paid. Women can, think about having children and still continuing with their career.
Yeah.
Women can actually be full entrepreneurs, and take that CEO title and say, yo, I am her.
Yeah.
I want to make the world a better place, not just for women, for everybody.
For everybody.
For my kids. For
everybody.
For everyone that's going to come after me, right? Yeah. And I think that's what a lot of people need to think about. A lot of us, we only think about us. But it's like, I watched this anime, and it's called Naruto. I'm sure a lot of people know it. But in the anime, it's like, they preach this. It's all about the next generation. Yeah. The next generation is the king, they call it. Right?
Which is true to life.
Like they're the leaders.
Yeah.
Because the next generation is what's going to make the world a better place.
Better place, yeah.
And I'll be honest. Look at Gen Z, you can come for me, Gen Z. I ain't scared of you, man. Right? Y'all can try to cancel me. But most of Gen Zs, I think where they are, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
You don't think Wonderland's a good place to settle shit?
I don't want to hear it. But it's like, they're actually, research-wise, they're the most hated generation right now.
Oh, for sure.
Right? But it's because
they're changing it.
Because I feel like because they weren't given the love that they actually deserve, that now they're trying to understand themselves. Yeah. That they're just so freely open.
Yeah.
And they're not really understanding who they really are.
Yeah.
They're so free that now
anything can make them who they are. Like there's no foundation.
No, at all. And it's like, oh, well, this can make me sensitive, but tomorrow I feel this way.
Yeah.
And tomorrow I'm gonna feel this way. But it's
so
like
much access.
You don't have an actual, like she said, a foundation of who you are. And I'm not saying all of them.
Yeah.
It's not like a whole generation.
Yeah.
Because there are people that are smart enough to understand, or maybe they just had the love that they needed.
Yeah.
But as a generation, you can see like they're headed into a way where, oh, let me just ruin this guy's life and cancel him because he said something that made me feel, you know, I keep going back to that cancel thing. You know how much I hate it? Every other episode I'm talking about the cancel culture. I fucking hate y'all. I hate the cancel culture so much.
You're a broken record, bro.
And that's Gen Z. They've created such a you know, an extreme sensitivity that's like, yo, it's cool to be sensitive. Yeah. You know, having that heart-to-heart moment and talking is very needed. But it's like, there's also boundaries to that too. Yeah. There's also like, yo, where are we going with this? Like, come on, now you're just playing the games. Yeah. Right? Honestly, I don't know where I'm going with this point, but
I think I do want to go somewhere that's really important, and just finding your purpose and talking about purpose, because I think a lot of people are searching for their purpose because, you know, the socials and, you know, you got to find your purpose. You got to, all these memes and shit that we're looking at. And it's like, you don't like, your purpose can always change. Like it's not a permanent thing. Like it's a, like growth is an everlasting thing. You don't, like healing and things like that, you're not just one day healed. Like it's healing is a forever. Imagine I'm healed. I'm healed. I'm all good to go. Like self-work is fucking a lifetime of work, and that's what growth and healing is. It never stops. It's not a destination. It's literally just, it's your life.
It's every day, just doing it, making those choices day to day.
Yeah, making yourself better than yesterday. Literally making yourself better than yesterday. That's what growth and healing is, and making sure that you're self-aware of what, like, who you are, because you know your fucking habits. You know that it's like, okay, now how can I change it? Do I want it? Like I told my sister the other day, I was like, you gotta hate something so much, like being broke. You gotta hate being broke in order to change your situation. Like, and I fucking hated being broke. And I'm like, yo, I gotta think of a side hustle. I gotta make something. I gotta do I gotta do something on Instagram. I gotta make something that's like, cause I hate being broke. Like right now I'm living in my mom's house. Like, fuck, I'm working this 9 to 5. I love, but I'm like, I'm not making enough money to, like, I really want to. You want to be your, So I'm like, you know what? I got to, you know, there's obviously 7, you know, streams of income and passive income and things like that. But I'm like, I got to make this shit happen. I can't. I hate being broke. I hate this position that I'm in. I hate living paycheck to paycheck. Just change it. You got to hate it better. You got to hate it more than life, literally. Just like weight, like you, like my weight, like sometimes, because, you know, everyone's like, oh, you're so skinny, blah, blah, blah. But I obviously had an athletic body when I was like playing ball, but
you're always skinny. Stop that.
but when I stopped playing ball, I was like,
oh, okay, so you went from like what 90
no,
pounds?
but it's like that though,
especially from university to 95 pounds. Like
shut
what?
Up. Listen, like validate my feelings.
Sorry.
No, but listen, like when I stopped playing ball, like I was like, okay, cool, like my body's, you know, changing. Obviously, I'm getting a little bit more side fat and back fat and shit. And I hate my body. I was like looking at I was like, fuck, I never thought I would get here. I'm like, I'm still skinny, but I hate how I look. And I'm like, yo, I gotta hate it bad enough to go to the gym every day. And I started to
facts. Be like that.
Wow. Yeah, man, you gotta hate that you hate the position that you're in to change it.
That's true.
And like after we graduated, I was like working this 9 to 5 that I was like, I literally 9 to 5 came home and slept every day, because I'm like, I don't know like what I'm doing. I'm just like fucking working and that's it. But once I started like coaching kids, and then Hoop Queen started obviously with the runs and stuff, I was like, whoa, I feel like a little bit of a power like shift kind of thing, where I can be a person where I'm not an employee, like I'm actually running a whole like facility kind of thing, and I'm facilitating runs, and I found power in like that. I found power in educating people about finances, and I was like, whoa, I think I'm kind of smart, yo. Like, I think
that's dope.
Like I was like, I could do this shit. I love that people like start their own thing, and then you probably didn't have a plan a year ago where the shit was going.
We started on this MacBook, just me and Tourani making videos.
This is a whole production, and your shit is fucking fly as fuck on Instagram. Yo, the editing. Shout outs to you, bro. Like literally, listen, like the editing is top tier. Like shit is like, it's dope as like, and that's why I'm like, you know what? Like I love you, of course. But I was like, yo, this is actually like edited well. I don't honestly. I'm gonna tell you, everybody who tries to reach out on my DMs to do stuff, like I don't do shit when it's like not good, like marketing, not good editing. Like I love the quality and the work that, you know. There's a lot of work that goes into this.
So I actually really wanted to ask you.
Now I can't hold it over his head that I brought you.
I told like
yo, she came because she loves me, bro. not anymore.
Yo, you
Thanks,
told me
Keesa.
off record that like you've been on a lot of podcasts and you've done a lot of like
and
this type of stuff, and this is the best one. And I really want to know like more of why.
Yeah, it's the comfortable, like it's just
Tourani.
chill, like no. no, the fact
Big
that
Bro's here.
the fact that like it's not really like a like an interview style, like I like everybody knows like I don't do interviews well. I mean I'm myself here.
You don't like doing interviews.
Yeah, I mean
much.
You're
yeah.
comfortable here?
Yeah, no, I'm real comfortable
Yeah.
here. And
I mean, I know you know me, but like.
No, but
No,
even
it's
like
dope
with
because
you
I
guys.
just met you
Around
too,
them,
and you
yeah.
still feel comfortable, which
yeah,
is dope.
no, I love
Yeah.
and your energy and your
Love.
genuineness
Likewise.
is definitely welcoming, and I love the fact that like it's just chill, like it's not like you're trying to be something that you're not. You're not trying to be a podcaster. You know, you're not trying to get things out of me that it's like you're not trying to drop, like, you know how people like trying to drop gems, like, okay, set the questions up to like drop gems. I don't feel pressure to drop gems. I'm just like fuck off
Just
me,
being
and we're
yourself.
just like, you know.
Yeah.
But I love
I'm taking all the credit. I don't care.
no.
Take it, bro.
Comfortable 'cause
Take
I'm
it,
here.
bro.
You can take
Just
30.
comfortable because
You
I'm
can take
here.
30%. But yeah, no, I love the fact that there's no like, you know, just no pressure to like, you know, say shit quotable, and it's not fake. It's very
Jeez.
genuine.
Yeah,
I love the fact that it's just genuine vibes here, and honestly, 10 out of 10. If you guys ever need anything, come
love.
back, so.
Now I want to come see one of these games. Yeah, we gotta.
All of you guys. Both
Yeah,
games.
yeah.
I want to
All of
ask
guys.
you actually. You think we can like run like some of your promotions on the podcast,
Yeah, why not?
like for your league?
Yeah, why not?
I think that would be cool to just
No, I would love to connect the dots. Like honestly,
see if we can run some of promotions on the podcast for
listen,
the league.
there is so much opportunity in terms of like just getting more exposure for women's basketball, and I think obviously you two men that support women, that's a good look, obviously. So
I love women. I don't care what anyone says. I love women.
This
Like,
guy's
it's
too
fucking-
much.
this
I
It's
love
too
women.
much.
Nah, and it's not even on some like weird shit. Like I actually love women. I just love like.
Yo,
I
we're the
always
best.
Nah,
say-
he's not
Yeah.
capping right
I
now.
always say, man, like I still think women will make the best A&Rs in the industry.
Yeah.
I think women are so smart, but like, you know, women like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Because there are another side, just like there are the other side for men.
Yeah, yeah.
That clearly are not CEOs.
Yeah.
They're bums.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing, but it's like, you know, I love women that have the ambition and like that want to grow, want to change the world. And
Yeah.
not change, impact the world. Because
Yes,
I think
impact. Yeah.
impact is bigger than change.
Yeah.
Well, impact leads to change, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
Right? But yeah, I just love that. I love that there's women like that and there's more. And we have to support it. I think as men,
Yeah.
It's only
our
right.
duty to do that.
I love that.
You know,
Yo,
it's
you're
your
making
money.
Ben work.
Listen, I know, right? Listen, I love the fact that you guys are men supporting women, whether in the sports, business, anything. I love the
Yeah.
fact that like you guys just want to, you know, bring more exposure, lift the women's voices
Uplift them,
up,
yeah.
yeah, and like I love empower them and you know encourage
yeah.
them to like keep speaking up and you know like breaking those glass ceilings and
Respect
know?
women.
yeah,
Yeah.
and respect women.
Yeah.
You know, even though you guys said a couple times in this episode,
I said that?
no, not you,
With
Cam.
no
Oh.
ill intent. though.
Yeah, with no ill intent. I understand it.
I don't call the B word no more. No.
That's good.
No.
But you just called them bodies. But
I only
okay.
call them beautiful.
It's okay.
I only call them beautiful. I don't call them.
It's still like kind of degrading. But
Yeah,
it's
but
okay.
like if you're a.
No.
Anyway,
Listen.
we're gonna move. We're gonna. Last question for you.
Yes.
Who's winning the NBA finals?
Love Celtics.
Really?
I love the Lakers, Celtics and Lakers. That's like,
Oh, Celtic Laker final.
yeah.
That would be legendary.
That'd be fun. Listen, growing
I
up,
would love that.
Ray Big Three. Come on, man.
Those
Like,
are-
that
I was
those my
Kobe.
guys.
I was
Those my
Kobe.
guys.
I was Kobe.
So I'm still like a Boston fan.
Oh,
I'm gonna like.
that's why you and Nat used to always fight about that. Yeah, now I remember that.
Yeah.
Now it was Mamba for life.
Yeah, but would love. It's honestly basketball is the all-time greatest right now. So
Yes.
I agree with
it's
you.
great,
It's-
great
I agree
series
with you.
right
Yes.
now.
I agree
Every
with
so.
It's a legendary episode.
Legendary.
Honestly, yo, we talked about this. too.
Legendary. I
And
knew
he
this
said-
was
he's
gonna
telling me,
be.
he's
I
like, yo,
love that.
I knew that.
Yes.
Are we
I
ready?
knew it.
Because we just said like, yo, our last episode was really sick.
Yeah.
And
This is gonna carry the momentum.
And he's like,
I
yo,
love
this
that.
is gonna be just as dope. We're gonna actually go hard at this one.
Yeah. Let's do it, man.
Around the same time, he messaged me about his fit, which turned out to be Lil Durk. But anyway,
We're almost healed. Album dropping. We're almost every day. We're almost we're on the journey.
We're not
I love that.
I just
Always
want
on
to
the
say
journey.
thank you so much for
Love, yeah.
pulling
Thank
up,
you so much. It
you
was
know,
an honor.
giving us
Aw.
some of your busy schedule. We know how busy you are.
Historic businesswoman.
Thank you.
You know how much love I got for you.
Thanks.
So I appreciate you coming here
Thank
and
you.
blessing us with a lot of gems.
Glad you had fun.
You know,
Yes.
More than anything.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm so
man.
happy that
This
you
is-
actually like.
Honestly, guys, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I was going to cancel. I
thank
was gonna
God you did
cancel.
it. Thank God
I
you
was
did
gonna
it.
cancel, but I was like, you know what?
Wow.
You know what? Saving grace. I was like, you know, you're my guy. I was like in high school. You
Why
always
is he
made.
trying to do that as spite to me?
No,
No,
it's not even
no,
like
no.
that. Cause like that's just.
You know,
It
I know,
shows
I'm
how
talking
real
shit. I'm
this
talking
is.
shit.
listen.
Shows how like
That's
the love,
actually amazing.
The love
No.
is genuine.
No,
bro.
I love how you're honest about thoughts.
Yeah.
of cancel.
I was
It
gonna
just
fucking
shows that the
cancel
love
because
is
I messaged.
genuine.
Remember when I messaged you at 4? I was
Yeah.
like, about to cancel this, but I was like, you know what? You're my guy, and it goes to show. I really want to put this in the episode because if you're a good human being,
Thank you.
comes back.
Thank you.
Comes
Wow.
back, man. I honestly, I
Thank you.
appreciate you for always
I
being a
appreciate you.
positive,
I appreciate
like loving, always
you.
like I always remember your energy in the hallways and at McGivney, and I'm like, yo, this guy, good guy, good human being.
you.
So that's why
That's
honestly,
my sister,
and it's
y'all.
fucking important to note that like,
Oh.
yo, just be a good human being, and it comes back in tenfolds. And don't do it because it comes back in tenfolds, but just be a good human being, you know.
Yo, she
So-
just made my whole
That's
day.
hard.
I'm
That's
just letting
I'm
hard.
you-
gonna keep smiling like till next week.
I'm letting you know it goes.
Oh.
You never know who's watching. You never know how you're making people feel. So you
It's
know,
about
just,
that-
just be a good human being. Just be
Wow.
genuine.
And you're fulfilling your purpose too, because
Yeah.
that's what you want. You want to have a high impact.
Yeah.
Clearly, you're high impacting him. This guy's. I haven't seen him smile this wide. And
Yo, I'm gonna give her a big hug. When
No,
we're done
I'm
with
being
this.
dead. Like
love that.
the high school
Ah.
memories. I remember. You know, everybody. Honestly, I'm gonna drop this one gem before we leave. I'm so sorry, guys. I
No, do
talk
you
so
think?
much.
Do you?
On the head
Listen,
top.
yeah, right.
On the head
Um,
top.
You know, Maya Angelou, I probably not, I'm going to misquote it, but she said this one quote that people will never remember what you did for them, but they'll always remember how you made them feel.
For sure.
And that is that's the quote that I live by. And I remember how you made me feel. And I just love and appreciate you, brother, for always encouraging and empowering
that's
and
amazing.
just being cool, you know?
Thank
and
you.
yeah,
I love you.
no problem.
I
Love you
love
too.
you. Thank you for that.
That's dope too, because you had thoughts of canceling and you
Yeah.
didn't know. Little did you know, it ended
Yeah,
up being
just
your best
Best-
experience thus
exactly.
Wow.
far. So that's
Exactly.
amazing. That's full circle.
Yeah, full circle.
That's a wrap.
We
And I-
here,
That's a wrap.
baby.
That's a
for
wrap.
real.
We outside again.
And
Shout
I'm
out
so
to
happy,
Keesa.
so happy that you guys,
Thank
thoughts.
you.
Young legend.
Thank you.
Young legend in the
We're
building.
gonna share her financial page.
Yes.
We're gonna share Hoop Queens.
Yes.
And please support, guys.
Yes.
And we'll talk about how we can do,
Of course.
advertisement on our podcast
Of course.
to help you.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank
and
you.
It's a
thinking of
pleasure.
me.
Thank you.
It's
This
an
was
absolute
dope.
pleasure.
This is actually one, like, I think this is top 2 for me.
One
right
of
now.
them ones.
Yeah, I think this is top
One
2
of,
for me.
one of them ones.
Yeah.
Stop.
This touched me.
Hopefully,
Oh.
number 1, not 2. Thanks.
You know you are. You know
We
you are.
out.
We out.
Peace.
Peace.
Woo! Oh, God.
Yeah, I did exactly what you guys did. You ask a serious question and you switch the topic. It's about love and creativity. What were you saying earlier? Let me go and look back on my notes.